Hello, Gumtown, and today we're here with local author Mark Baynard. How you doing today, Mark?
Doing good, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being here. Now, Mark, you're a publisher, and you publish a book entitled 100 Years. What is that? What is your book about?
Yes, my book, 100 Years, A Journey to End the Vicious Cycle. The motivation behind the book is after getting my life together, I realized that my family collectively, we wasted 100 years in prison.
Wow. Okay, so what inspires you to write the book? Like, tell us some of your life stories to lead you up to writing the book.
Right. I got to go back a little bit. As a teenager, I got involved with, drugs in the streets. Eventually started selling drugs and living a lifestyle that came with it. Due to those behaviors, I ended up going to prison on two different occasions. I served a total of 15 years. And once I got out, I wanted to make something good in my life. Went to school, got married, had a daughter now. And I was on the process of getting my life together. Everything was good. And then I realized that my family wasted 100 years in prison.
Wow, wow. Now, with your family wasting 100 years in prison, you talked about cycles and generational cycles. Now, do you see that problem in those type of generational cycle problems? Do you see that prevalent in the urban community or the black community?
Yes, most definitely. It's in the community because let me go back even when I was in prison. Now, I seen situations where it was a father, a son, and a grandson all in the same prison.
Wow.
I seen that happen several times. And like I said, in my family, it was myself, my younger brother, my dad, and a few of my cousins. Like 7 of us added up to over 100 years. I had to stop after 100 years, after counting 100 years.
Oh wow. So explain like the transition, like when you decided like, hey, I need to change my lifestyle. Describe the events that led up to that point, and what are some of the first things you did to implement the positive change?
The change started in prison. I started taking a look at my life. I had a lot of time, so it was like at that point, at a young age, I thought my life was over. And I was like, man, it can't end like this. So I started taking responsibility, making different choices. Instead of getting in fights and doing crazy things, I started making, better decisions. Went to schools, trying to, get involved in programs to deal with issues. Because come to find out, I had personal issues inside. One and foremost was self-esteem issues. I had a problem with myself. That's why I was more willing to put my life on the line, to go out in the streets and do everything that I was doing.
That's good. That's good. Now, tell us about some of the your community involvement.
Yes, yeah, community involvement. Right now, I work with troubled teenagers. And, I try to mentor young men. I set examples by not doing the things that I used to do. I work every day. I be a father to my daughter. And I think that's a strong impact because it's not about what we say, it's more about what we do because people watch our lives and our lifestyle. So every day I get up, go to work, and when I'm out, I be mindful of the things that I do and the example that I set.
That's good. Now, do you believe that there is a lack in male leadership in the home?
Oh yeah, most definitely, especially in the Black or African American community, because some of us are locked up, some of us are on drugs, and some of us are there, but they're not with the mother, and it is a conflict with the relationship. So we got a major problem with the male figures, positive male figures in our community.
Okay. Now, about going back to your book, 100 Years. Now, when did you publish the book, and
Yes,
how
sir.
can someone get a copy?
Yes, the book is available through Amazon. I'm working really hard to get them in stores, but the book can be purchased through Amazon.
Okay.
I keep a number of copies on hand too, but
Okay.
Amazon.
Okay. Now, if someone's watching this video and say like, "Hey, I want to get a copy of your book," how can they call you? Can they email you? You on Facebook, website? What's your
Yeah.
information?
Yes, sir. I'm on Facebook. Actually, Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, Mark 100 Years. at Mark 100 Years on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. Type in Mark Baynard. My site will come up. Also got a site for my author.
Okay.
Is the author Mark Baynard. That's one of my sites. I have a Facebook page for my book, and it's named after the book, 100 Years, A Journey to End a Vicious Cycle.
That's good. Now, do you believe that your book, 100 Years, can be beneficial to some students in the school system?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because during my teenage years, I tell stories of when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't went back to my high school years and my teenage years, you know, when I was making mistakes and doing the things that I was doing. I think it can help the schools most definitely because, like I said, it's speaking of the mistakes that I made,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of the students will be able to relate to the book.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Is there any final thoughts that you would like to share with Gumptown?
Yes, most definitely. Gumptown, you know, with the violence in the community, man, my suggestion is, or my words are, think before we react, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a problem with somebody, you don't have to handle it through violence. So my
Mhm.
thing is, my words are, think before you react. You can work out a problem through problem solving, discuss things. We can all disagree without having to fight or shoot and kill one another. Let us think before we make the mistake, you know, because one person will end up dead and the other person will end up in prison.
Right. So you basically just want us to stop the cycle.
Stop the cycle, man.
Stop the
And it's
cycle.
crazy because we come a long way as a nation of people, man, from slavery, segregation to where we at now. We killing one another.
Mm-hmm.
And we filling up the jails. We doing a lot of stuff. We doing a lot of self-harm. I'm gonna call it self-harm
Mm-hmm.
in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So let's stand up, be men, take care of
Right.
our kids, set good positive examples for our younger brothers and younger sisters, nieces and nephews. Let's be the men that God wants us to be.
Thank you. That's good. That's a good point. We want to thank you for your time, Mark. Once again, Gumptown, we're here with Mark Baynard. He's a local author here in the Riva Region area. He's author of a book, 100 Years. It's about his family and the jail cycles of spending over 100 years collectively in jail. You can contact him on Facebook and Twitter and mention his video to get a copy of the book. We encourage you to get a copy of the book. You know, read it. You can share it with your family members, share it with your friends, and share it with your children so we can stop these cycles and progress as a community. You're tuning to Gumptown TV. Stay connected.